again, using the skew as an equilateral triangle, I'm going to put a little tiny groove there. Whatever you do, don't try and put a groove line like that. Any of you, see, I can do that in a demo, and I look round, and the people that go are wood turners, because they know that if I do that in there, it's going to be horrible. Okay, so it's a good gauge for that. So, after getting that really good finish on there, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to absolutely obliterate it. Okay, but we're going to use this demonstration as a progression. So if you want to turn normal bowls, now you sand it. Okay, but if you don't want to turn normal bowls, now we're going to do something else to it. And what I'm going to do to it is I'm going to use an Arbitech. Now, I know a few of you have got Arbitechs. I normally ask the people who've got Arbitechs to put up both hands, and they can't. Look at that. All 10 fingers? Blimey. Modern surgery. Amazing. So, this is a very, very, very dangerous tool. Okay, so don't take don't be flippant with it. Remember that this will cut wood very easily, so it will cut flesh much easier. Now, a lot of people, and you've seen a lot of people, they turn the lathe on and they run it round like this, and it gives a good texture and stuff like that. It's not quite aggressive for what I want to do. I want to cut big slots in it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to work it with the lathe off across here. Okay, so here we go. Right, now you remember that flat I put on that edge? Okay, that'll stop a lot of this breaking out, so it just helps in that respect. So I've been quite aggressive on that. Okay, I've cut some big slots in there. Don't go too deep, of course, because obviously that will stop you being able to turn the bowl to the shape that you want. You know, you might end up with a hole through it. And that works quite well. So what we have now is we have a piece of wood, and it's rough in places. Okay, so here we got some splinters coming off like that. So at this stage, we need to work out what we want to do to it. We could leave it as natural wood. Okay, it's not a problem. If we leave it as natural wood, we need to work on it. And I use one of these, okay, which is a rotary sanding arm, but they're available from a company called Tony Walton Woodturning. Okay, they're about 16 quid, but they do last quite a long time. I wouldn't use a steel wire. I wouldn't use a wire brush on there. The wire brush actually will scratch it quite badly. Okay, where this sands it. So I could do that, and it would probably take me, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes to get working on there, like so, to clean up all these areas. Now, if I was going to make it completely black, I could give it a good blowtorch. Okay, then spray it black. That's not a problem. That's the best way to do it. But because I'm not going to have it completely black, as you're going to see, I'm going to do a sort of light blowtorch. Okay, so I'm going to give it enough blowtorch, hopefully, just to remove the light bit. We're going to use a blowtorch. There we go. You see, it's just taken off. I'm only giving it a light burn, and you'll see why in a minute. Right. So we're going to get a light burn. Can I put this back in front of the... Can I? Thank you. Sure? Won't work. Oops. So we'll give it a good sand off. And you can work on it a little bit more if you want in areas to get off. Okay, I could have probably done a bit more on that, I'm not going to. The great thing about this is I get paid whether I produce a piece of work or not. Well, I think I do. I don't know. Right, so I've left that foot slightly oversized and now I can clean that up. Now, the interesting thing about this is I'm not going to colour it at this stage. I'm going to colour it all in one hit. Okay? So, spindle gouge. Further use a spindle gouge and a parting tool. I'm hoping that's going to go on there. The chuck's going to go on there. If it doesn't, I will be frantically looking for one that fits in a minute. So I'm just going to check that. Happy days. So have a look around there, make sure there's no glaring obvious bits sticking out that you need to work on at this stage. And now we're going to turn the bowl round.